Texas, land of legend, home to tall tales. It's here that one of the greatest stories in crime fighting lore burst onto the landscape. The Texas Rangers. Hello, I'm David Keith. For over 200 years, the Texas Rangers have forged an unforgettable brand in the public consciousness. Their reputation ranks up there with the FBI, Scotland Yard, and the Canadian Mounties. They are the stuff of legend.
Hundreds of Texas Ranger movies, novels, 20 some odd years of the Lone Ranger. You meet a Texas Ranger today and you think, ooh, that guy could do some of this stuff.
Based on the award-winning books of acclaimed historian Robert Utley, Texas Rangers Revealed takes an honest look at their often controversial history. These legendary Texans revolutionized frontier warfare against the Indians.
All of a sudden, here's these Rangers that have 5-shot repeating pistols. They can swing down on the horse's side and fire beneath the horse's throat, using the horse's body as a shield.
With the close of the Indian Wars, the Rangers turned to frontier law enforcement, taking down some of the most violent outlaws in the history of the Old West.
John Wesley Hardin, the most wanted man in Texas, has a $4,000 reward on his head, dead or alive. John B. Armstrong pulls out his Colt 45 with a 7-inch barrel. Hardin recognizes that as a typical weapon of a Texas Ranger, and he yells out,
"Texas, by God!"
And that's when all the action began.
Rangers transform into detectives, taking down gangsters and defending the long border with Mexico.
Tejanos, in particular those in the South Valley, saw the Rangers as oppressors rather than law enforcement.
Rangers were often on the other side of the coin. There were Rangers who were defending minorities. Here you have Frank Hamer and 2 Rangers with him using tear gas, firing shotguns into this crowd to save the life of this black defendant. Ultimately, they were not successful. One riot, one Ranger doesn't really apply when you've got 5,000 people burning down the courthouse.
They continue their evolution into some of the most highly trained and respected criminal investigators in the world.
The Branch Davidian siege in Waco in 1993, the Texas Rangers were on the scene and had negotiated a surrender. And it was the federal authorities on the scene that prevented that from happening.
Let's go beyond the myths and the headlines. Discover a story that's even bigger than Texas. Together we'll ride beside the frontier's most famous lawmen as they dispense Lone Star justice.